Come here, Ernest. It wasn't just the 3 ladies in C. Sosa that was praying with me for my cousin to be released, serving a 200-year sentence. It was planned that he was never supposed to get out of prison. 200 years. But they left the clause in there that the 200 years did make him eligible for parole. It could have been 200 years without parole. Anybody know where I'm going? Anybody know where I'm going? But his clause allowed him to go every year before the parole board. Leave Paul out of it now. Let's look at Ernest. Let's get out of the pages of the Bible and look at somebody you see right now who was locked in prison, who was doomed to die. But he kept on going to the parole board, year after year, being turned down. Some of you give up too quick. Eventually, I got on board. I watched him change his Muslim name from Ernest Russell L. with that group he first got involved in jail, trying to protect himself and hook up with the right people. And he started writing me. It was just Ernest Russell. The L had been left out. And his letters began to get more and more spiritual till I found out the board and accepted God in jail. I started visiting him, and I saw the hope in him. I saw the letters that he was writing to me, and I got the phone thing connected so we can talk on the phone. And I went before the parole board. Co-pastor Susie and a few of us others went to the parole board, and we left the parole board feeling so good because the man could identify with Washington, D.C. He knew where the church was. He said his mother lives in Southeast. We left there feeling so good that we went and got dessert, only to discover a month later to get a letter that said parole denied. Yeah, I was feeling down. Yeah, I got depressed because we were believing God and believing God, but if at first you don't succeed. Long story short, I got a letter. We went the second time before the parole board, and they had all type of articles about the church. They had done research on me and everything. I said, we have a job waiting for him. We have a house waiting for him and all of that. On last Friday, December the 10th. Was it the 10th? What was last Friday? December the 10th. January 10th. You know I'm excited. You know I'm excited. January the 10th, we drove to State Farm, Virginia, and there he come walking out the door, a free man. Watch this. Watch this. Because I'm telling you, I got 3 principles and I'm gone. I'm telling you, the enemy will make you doubt. Because he gets in the car and we hug and everything. Halfway down the road, the prison calls. Bishop Owens? Yes. You have Ernest Russell with you? Yes. You have to bring him back. I said, beg your pardon? She said he has some medical forms he didn't fill out. We go back down the road, fill out the medical forms. Somehow she heard of me and knew about this church. She said, hey, Bishop Owens. Usually, I don't know, the social justice people are here. They can help me. Usually, from all of my recollection, when you've been in prison that long, they usually send you to a halfway house or some type of adjustment to see if you fit in. He was released directly to me without any mention of a halfway house. Anybody know where I'm going? Now somebody said, Bishop, you live in a palace. Now, co-pastor and I do not flaunt the blessings of the Lord. We know they make rich and don't add no sorrow. But some people have said, we live in a palace. That's what they say. If that be true, Ernest Russell went from the prison Oh, you better celebrate. You better celebrate. You need to celebrate right now. He came out with his own room, his own space, freedom of the whole house. Russell Roy is going to employ him because he has a license as a master barber. Nanny Johnson, who operates Katata House, wants him there 2 days a week to help her with her clients. I want to ask you a question. Can God? I said, can God? I said, Lord, what can I do to bless his life? Because I prayed for this day to happen. 200 years, let out in 29 years and all of that. And the Lord said, take him with you on travel. He hasn't seen anything except the different prisons in 29 years in the Virginia system. The Lord said, take him on the road with you. Take him travel with you. You know he wears my same size shoes. They may be my, I think they're my shoes right there. We're going to empowerment conference. I'm taking him to Houston, Texas. Watch this. He looked at the time that he's supposed to go to the parole board to actually meet his actual parole officer. Right now he has a substitute one. He looked and he said, the time you're taking me to Texas is my first visit at the parole board. I said, call her and tell her you'd like to be excused from January 29th to accompany your cousin. He called her and she said, no problem. Can you see me February 4th?